On October 7, 1959, Furman Bisher, sports editor for the Atlanta Journal, wanted to clear up a considerable amount of confusion, some of which he noted was created intentionally, some accidentally. It concerned the tying of the knot between the Continental League and Atlanta, which he characterized as the most difficult knot to tie per the public's opinion. Bisher shared a private 2-hour conference he had with Branch Rickey the prior week at the Knickerbocker Hotel in Chicago. Branch had come to the World Series with Mrs. Rickey, along with our Houston Sports Association's George Kirksey, serving as his public relations man. Branch had been in personal contact with 2 members of Major Sports Incorporated as part of Atlanta's steering committee, Eaton Chalkley, husband of actress Susan Hayward, and Joe Fine. Both were attorneys. Branch stated he had been impressed, noting that their sincerity and matter-of-factness did a great deal to influence his decision in favor of Atlanta. Branch noted that we had reached the point where 2 things were needed in Atlanta: experienced baseball guidance and a stadium. Branch said everything, of course, depended on Atlanta coming up with a suitable stadium for Major League Baseball. Branch asserted adamantly that under any circumstances our new league should get organized, adding that he was an old man now, in the twilight of life, and that he saw in this chance to make one lasting contribution to the game. Bisher followed with the persistent question from the doubters' colony, asking Branch where the players would come from. Branch's heavy brow wrinkled for a moment, and then he pointed out the number of Los Angeles Dodgers who had spent considerable time in the minor leagues that season before being called up to complete the fight for the pennant. Branch cited the heavy traffic of players between the San Francisco Giants and the Milwaukee Braves and their farm clubs. His conclusion was that numerous major league players were forced to the minor leagues each season for lack of room in the majors. Bisher noted the possibility of extending the careers of outstanding veterans whose active days were numbered, but whose presence for another season or 2 would be of great public relations value to the Continental. Players such as Mickey Vernon, Hank Bauer, Elmer Velo, Granny Hamner, Del Rice, and perhaps even Stan Musial and Ted Williams. Bisher ended by asserting that Atlanta must be ready to offer a stadium to be accepted, noting that the city wasn't required to start pouring concrete immediately, but that something concrete was necessary along a stadium line now.